Let's be honest, the way we all find information online is changing, and it's changing fast. AI chatbots are quickly becoming the new search engines. So, the big question is, how do you make sure your website isn't just another link in a long list, but the actual source? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the new playbook to get your website not just seen, but directly cited by tools like ChatGPT. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about this massive shift in how search actually works. Then we'll dive right into our three-part playbook. That's building the right technical foundation, creating content that practically begs to be quoted, and establishing your authority in this new space. And don't worry, we'll wrap it all up with a simple, actionable summary you can start using today. Okay, let's get right into it. This is a really fundamental shift. We're moving from a world where you search for links to a world where you just ask for answers. And this isn't some small tweak, it's a completely new way of thinking about information on the internet. For the last 2 decades, search has meant one thing, a list of 10 blue links, right? But now it's a direct, clean answer from an AI. This shift from links to answers creates a huge challenge for anyone with a website. It's called the zero-click search. That's where people get what they need without ever visiting your page. And listen, this isn't some niche trend that's years away. By 2027, and that's just around the corner, a projected 90 million adults in the US alone will be turning to AI first. This audience is growing like crazy. So if your website isn't prepared for this, it seriously risks becoming invisible. This is where we need a whole new discipline, answer engine optimization, or AEO. The goal isn't just to rank #1 anymore. No, the new goal is to become the source material for the AI's answer itself. You want to be the reference in the footnote.
So how do you actually become that source material? Well, it all starts with a rock-solid technical foundation. I mean, think about it. You can't be the answer if the AI can't even find or understand your website to begin with.
Let's start with what is probably the single most important technical detail you need to know. When ChatGPT needs real-time, up-to-the-minute information, it doesn't crawl Google. It uses Bing. This is a huge deal. If your site isn't indexed on Bing, you are completely invisible to a live ChatGPT search. Period. You also need to know who's knocking on your website's digital door. OpenAI uses 2 main bots, and they do very different things. OAI SearchBot is the one you want to welcome. It's the one that finds content for search results. GPTbot, on the other hand, is the one that gathers data to train the AI models. Knowing the difference is absolutely key to controlling how your content gets used.
And here's how you take control. It's a simple little piece of code in a file called robots.txt. Think of it like a bouncer for your website. With these 2 lines, you're basically telling GPTbot, the training bot, sorry, you're not on the list, while you hold the door wide open for the search bot. It's a super simple way to get that search visibility without your content being used to train the next version of the model.
Now, to make sure you're on Bing's radar, you just need to follow these 3 essential steps. First, verify your site with Bing Webmaster Tools. Then, you find your sitemap, which is really just a map of all your pages. And finally, you submit that map directly to Bing. This makes sure it knows about all the amazing content you have to offer. Okay, so once Bing can find your pages, you need to help it, and other AIs, understand what they're looking at. And that's where schema markup comes in. It's like a secret language for machines. You're adding little labels to your content that say, hey, this part is a product, or this number here is the price. It just removes all the guesswork and helps the AI pull the right information every single time.
Now, time for a critical question that honestly trips up a lot of websites. Does your site use a whole bunch of JavaScript to load its content? If you're nodding your head yes, you might have a problem you don't even know about. Here's why. A lot of AI crawlers are like speed readers. They just scan the raw code and they don't wait around for complex scripts to finish loading. So if your most important content is hidden behind JavaScript, it might as well be invisible to them. This is why something called pre-rendering is so crucial. It basically serves up a simple, fully loaded version of your page to the bots, guaranteeing they see everything you want them to see. All right, with that technical foundation firmly in place, let's move on to phase 2. Now we get to talk about the words on the page, what you actually need to write to get chosen and cited by an AI.
At the end of the day, AI models are being trained to value the exact same thing humans do, trust. In the search world, we call this EEAT. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Your content has to signal all 4 of these. Show you have real-world experience, prove your expertise, be a recognized authority, and of course, always be accurate, and credible.
And how you structure that trustworthy content is so important. You have to make it super easy for an AI to just grab a piece of your text and use it as an answer. So use headings that are actual questions like, what is answer engine optimization? Use short, punchy paragraphs and clear bullet points. The goal is to create these perfect, liftable chunks of info that an AI can easily quote.
Okay, so your site is technically sound and your content is perfectly structured, but we're not done yet. To really win in this new game, you need to build authority and then constantly monitor your results to see what's working. Let's look at how to do that. This right here is a really fundamental shift in how we need to think about authority online. For years, SEO has been completely obsessed with backlinks, who links to you. In the world of AEO, the focus is shifting to brand mentions, who talks about you. These conversations and mentions on high-quality, reputable sites are becoming a massive trust signal for AI. So, where should these mentions come from? Well, think about sources that have their own tough standards. Industry blogs and news outlets are great because they signal that you're relevant right now. And Wikipedia? Oh, that's the gold standard. Because of its super strict citation policies, a mention there is like a stamp of approval for an AI model that's looking for objective truth. And you know what else matters more than ever? What real people say about you. An AI doesn't just read your website, it reads your reviews. It analyzes all that customer sentiment to figure out if you're trustworthy. A wave of positive feedback can get you recommended, but a pattern of negative reviews can actually get you excluded from answers, no matter how good your marketing is. Finally, you have to verify. Don't just hope this is all working. You have to check the data. Dig into your server logs. Can you see crawlers like OAI SearchBot visiting your site? And even more important, check your analytics. Are you actually seeing referral traffic from sources like ChatGPT.com? That is your proof that it's working. Whew. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's boil this all down and recap the entire answer engine optimization playbook into a clear, actionable strategy you can take with you. It all comes down to this 4-part strategy. Number 1, nail your technical foundation. Get indexed on Bing and make sure those crawlers can access your content. 2, create conversational content that screams expertise and trust. 3, build your authority through brand mentions and glowing reviews. And 4, monitor everything. Track your logs and your analytics to know what's working. This playbook is about moving beyond just being another link on a page. It's about positioning your brand and your website to become the definitive, trusted source of information in your field. So, the only question left is your website ready to be the answer?